Hello, welcome to the second semester Generic English course. I am Dr. Vidya Patil, serving as Associate Professor of English at Government First Grade College for Women, Bidar. I will be guiding and assisting you during this course. In the previous video, I have already introduced you to the personality of Subhash Chandra Bose, and we have seen that he was an orator par excellence. In this video, we will try to understand this famous and popular speech of Subhash Chandra Bose, "Give me blood and I will give you freedom." This popular speech of Subhash Chandra Bose, "Give me blood and I will give you freedom," is slightly long, and so I will be reading out each of the passages and then giving you an explanation of the passage immediately after that. So let us now begin. Give me blood and I shall give you freedom. Speech by Subhash Chandra Bose. Friends, 12 months ago, a new program of total mobilization or maximum sacrifice was placed before Indians in East Asia. Today, I shall give an account of our achievements during the past year and shall place before you our demands for the coming year. But before I do so, I want you to realize once again what a golden opportunity you have for winning freedom. The British are engaged in a worldwide struggle, and in the course of struggle, they have suffered defeat after defeat on so many fronts. The enemy having been thus considerably weakened, our fight for liberty has become very much easier than it was 5 years ago. Such a rare and God even given opportunity comes once in a century for liberating our motherland from the British yoke. In this particular passage, Subhash Chandra Bose begins his speech by addressing his audience as friends. He reminds them about the program of total mobilization or maximum sacrifice for Indians, which had begun a year back. Bose states that this was a golden opportunity to win freedom. He says that the British are right now engaged in a worldwide struggle and have been facing defeat after defeat. Our fight for liberty has now, therefore, become much more easier as the enemy is getting weakened. He feels that this is a God-sent opportunity for liberating our country from the British. The next passage. I am so very hopeful and optimistic about the outcome of our struggle because I do not rely merely on the efforts of 3 million Indians in East Asia. There is a gigantic movement going on inside India, and millions of our countrymen are prepared for maximum suffering and sacrifice in order to achieve liberty. Unfortunately, ever since the great fight of 1857, our countrymen are disarmed, whereas the enemy is armed to the teeth. Without arms and without a modern army, it is impossible for a disarmed people to win freedom in this modern age. Through the grace of Providence and through the help of generous Nippon, it has become possible for Indians in East Asia to get arms to build up a modern army. Moreover, Indians in East Asia are united to a man in the endeavor to win freedom, and all the religious and other differences that the British tried to engineer inside India simply do not exist in East Asia. In this paragraph, Bose is very hopeful and optimistic about the outcome of the freedom struggle. Millions of countrymen were prepared for maximum suffering and sacrifice so that they could achieve liberty or freedom. He is anxious as Indians do not have a good um, quantity of arms, and without a modern army, it is impossible to win freedom in this modern age. East Indians are united and not divided by religious and other differences. In the next paragraph reads, consequently, we have now an ideal combination of circumstances favoring the success of our struggle, and all that is wanted is that Indians should themselves come forward to pay the price of liberty. According to the program of total mobilization, I demanded of you men, money, and materials. Regarding men, I am glad to tell you that I have obtained sufficient recruits already. Recruits have come to us from every corner of East Asia, China, Japan, Indochina, Philippines, Java, Borneo, Celebes, Sumatra, Malaya, Thailand, and Burma. According to Bose, this is the most favorable time for us to get our freedom. In this paragraph, Bose states that Indians now need to come forward to pay the price of liberty. He refers to the program of total mobilization, wherein he had demanded men, money, and materials. He feels elated to announce that he has got many men registered to the Bharat Azad Hind Fauj. He happily announces that recruits have come from every corner of East Asia, that is, even from other countries such as China, Japan, Indochina, Philippines, Java, Borneo, Celebes, Sumatra, Malaya, Thailand, and Burma. The next paragraph says, you must continue the mobilization of men, money, and materials with greater vigor and energy. In particular, the problem of supplies and transport has to be solved satisfactorily. We require more men and women of all categories for administration and reconstruction in liberated areas. We must be prepared for a situation in which the enemy will ruthlessly apply the scorched earth policy before withdrawing from a particular area, and will also force the civilian population to evacuate, as was attempted in Burma. So, in this paragraph, Bose says that he wants us all to continue to mobilize men, money, and materials. He says that special attention needs to be given to the problem of supplies and transport. Bose also says that he needs more men and women for administration and reconstruction of the areas which they will manage to get liberated. According to Bose, they should all be prepared to be evacuated as the enemy was ruthless. He gives the example of how the British forces tried to evacuate the Burmese before vacating that region. The next paragraph is, the most important of all is the problem of sending reinforcements in men and in supplies to the fighting friends. If we do not do so, we cannot hope to maintain our success at the fronts, nor can we hope to penetrate deeper into India. Those of you who will continue to work on the home front should never forget that East India and particularly Burma form our base for the war of liberation. If this base is not strong, our fighting forces can never be victorious. Remember that this is a total war and not merely a war between two armies. That is why, for a full 1 year, I have been laying so much stress on total mobilization in the East. So, in this paragraph, Bose says that the most important of all is the problem of sending reinforcements in men and in supplies to those who are fighting in the front. East Asia and particularly Burma form our base for the war of liberation. He announces that this is a total war and not just a war between two armies. That is why he has been developing partnerships with other countries of East Asia and involved them also in this freedom struggle. We have studied the first few paragraphs of this speech by Subhash Chandra Bose. This will be continued in the next video. I hope you liked this video. Thank you.